Do you have one of these beautiful Konica Minolta color or black and white machines, but your pages are coming out a little bit skewed? Well, stay tuned. Okay, so the very first thing we want to do when dealing with skew is to actually check the paper. Let me grab some in all the trays. Okay, so check tray 1. Make sure that the guides are nice and snug. Okay, in all the trays. 1, tray 2. Put the paper in and make sure all the guides are nice and snug and nothing is bent. Okay? Because that definitely causes skew, you know what I mean? Especially in the bottom trays. Let me zoom out there a little bit. These are the trays that you want to really make sure everything's nice and snug and that there's no bent paper underneath like it usually happens. That'll be one of your quick and easy fixes and you're not going to have to do anything. So just come in, take all the paper out, reload it, make sure everything is nice and snug, and make sure you get a nice fan. I don't have as much papers here, but fan the paper like so. And then retry and see if your skew goes away. All right. Now for most people, that may work or may not work. That's the most basic. So the next thing you want to do is you want to figure out where exactly is the skew coming from. Is it coming from tray 1, tray 2? Is it from all the trays? So that is one of the troubleshooting steps that you have to attack first, is where is the skew coming from. So what we can do first is just start running internal test prints from every tray. Okay, so how to test skews from every tray. What you want to do is eliminate the document feeder up here on top and the glass. You don't want to be scanning anything. You just want the copier to print out an image that's already inside of it through each and every tray, and then we'll test the skew there. And one way to do that, just a really quick, easy way to do it, is go to Menu, Utility, User Settings, Printer Settings, Print Reports, and let's do a demo page. Now, there's settings that you can do. You can go inside the machine and actually print test pages that way through the TechRev mode. But this way is really quick and really easy, okay? So what you do, you take your, not that paper, it's gonna be the demo page. Zoom out a little bit here. So what you wanna do is take a demo page like this, and this is a good way. So I printed that through tray 1, and what you wanna do is make sure that both of these line up by folding it like so. And then making sure, and then just bend it. Make sure it's nice and even. And if you can see the lines straight against each other evenly, you're good. If it's up a little bit, like that, you got a little bit of skew. If it's down a little bit, you got a little skew. And you can do this with the bottom page as well. So just bend it through. You can see ours looks pretty dang good. If you can tell, it's going through perfectly fine. There's not any play, there's not any skew there. So if you have that little bit of play, and then run it again. So you do it through each tray. So do it through tray, utility, user settings, printer settings, print reports, demo page. Go through tray 1, tray 2, tray 3, and tray 4. Even do the manual bypass and see which ones have a skew, which ones don't. So sometimes you might get tray 1 only has a skew, or typically tray 3 or tray 4 will have a skew only. Then at least you know it has nothing to do with your document feeder up top and nothing to do with your scanner, that the skew is actually coming from your tray.
Alright, and because we know it's coming from our tray, I'm going to show you how to fix the skew in tray 1 and tray 2. Now, there's no manual skew setting like in 3 and 4 that you can kind of unscrew and adjust to. But what you can do is actually loosen up these 2 brackets here, which will kind of adjust the wings of the trays. You can see there. Now this will keep the tray fixed to where it's no longer adjustable, but it really helps with slight skews. If you have a major skew, you could have something else going on, maybe the rollers or something's impeding it. But if you have a very slight skew through tray 1 or tray 2, just loosen this little these 2 little brackets here and scoot them up and make sure that the paper's nice and snug. and that should definitely improve your skew for tray 1 and tray 2. Alright, now let's switch over to tray 3 and tray 4. I'm actually going to use tray 3 as an example here. Tray 3 is always skewed for the most part, and what I found out is just really easy. You're going to remove the little side brackets. It's just 4 screws on each side. Now the one I'm removing here, you really don't have to, but I do it anyways for some reason. When I take it out, put it back in, it just helps realign everything. But if you want, you can just do the one right here, the one that's adjustable. But as I said before, I like to do both. Just remove them out, and then we're gonna kind of put the paper in, measure it, realign the back side first, and then we'll put the front side in and mesh it up with the paper, and then we'll tighten it down. And that really improves the skew for tray 3. This has been one of the best fixes I've found without needing to go into tech rep mode and mess with any skew settings. Alright, so now I'm just placing the paper in and just making sure that both sides are snug. And while I do that, I'm going to get 2 screws in on both sides, and then I'm going to actually tighten them down. And you don't have to tighten them really tight, but just tighten them enough to where the guides don't move. And like I said, this works for tray 4 as well. But it really has an impact on tray 3 just because of the length. Alright, I'm putting the final 2 screws in on this side. Getting it tightened down. And as soon as they're nice and tight, then you're just going to remove the paper and then put in the rest of the 2 screws on each other side. Okay, I'm just loosening up that one because that screw didn't want to go in. And then once I know everything's in, I just go around, nicely tighten everything, make sure everything is good to go. And like I said, this will dramatically improve your skew on the trays. I'll do another video later on how to fix tray skews from the document feeder and the glass. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.